All right, it's day 2 of week 8 LCS. My name is Fasffy, and this coverage is brought to you by Alienware. I'm standing with Nick Inero Smith today after their win against Clutch. To get stuck into things, I just wanted to ask you a bit about how you went picking the champions today. Was it affected by your loss yesterday against TSM?
We actually picked pretty similar. We just got pretty fortunate that they decided to pick Lissandra. Uh, we knew if a team did it, it's like, all right, well, we get to play Karthus again. We've pulled it out 3 times this split, and we won every time doing it. It's something that Froggen's really comfortable with. I think everyone's realized that by now. So we said, all right, well, I guess Karthus looks good here. We had an idea that we would probably flex Lissandra around. That actually happened yesterday when TL did it to Clutch themselves. So we knew it could happen, but Froggen's just so damn good at Karthus, he didn't care. He was just like, yeah, it's fine. And the rest of the team had like a pretty good plan. Our bot lane really wanted to play something that was going to have like a stronger laning phase and would scale. So getting them Jinx, Tom, Kench, we're really happy with. They obviously performed like super well in their lane, and everyone did their parts. Like we even got Kevin to play Ornn. That was fun. He's like, oh, I'm into Lissandra. I can play anything you guys want. Pick me anything. So we got a front line for Definitely and Froggen to play around. It's pretty straightforward for us. We didn't have to do too much, and we're trying to have those like stress-free games as much as possible, just to make sure we can get into playoffs and feel comfortable.
Right, because this game was fairly important for you guys, because do you need to win the rest of your games to actually make it to a tiebreaker for playoffs?
We need to win the rest of our games to guarantee that we're in, but I think realistically, the only team we like absolutely need to beat going in is if we beat Optic, our chances of getting in are really good overall. We'll have a 2-0 head-to-head over them, 2-0 head-to-head over CLG, and then we're pretty set for playoffs, but we're looking to like 2-0 anyways. So, but luckily with this win, it's making sure, okay, Clutch can't really make playoffs anymore, and if they do get close, they can't get in over us, pretty much.
With the meta right now, there's like a wide variety of junglers that can be picked, as far as I understand. How does this affect drafting, and are there any standout like picks that actually like point out to you that they're going to be playing a specific playstyle or a specific team comp?
So there's definitely a few things people jump around with, like seeing teams combo stuff like Sejuani Aurelia is one thing like we generally want to try to avoid playing against. There's obviously counters to playing it, but it's an annoying combo, and when you see one part of it, you're probably like, oh, okay, that's going to be a big pick for them. Seeing people pop up with Rek'Sai, you're usually looking for something that you can fight around 2v2 on mid. So us comboing Rek'Sai and Karthus, we wanted to fight around mid and have the opportunity to, if something happens mid, we can fight, and we can protect our bot lane from having anything happen to them. Similar to what happened in the TSM set. They had Rek'Sai Lissandra, and then a Kalista bot lane. They had a really strong bot lane, a really strong duo on mid, and our game was just screwed immediately. So a few of those things kind of give a tell what they're looking for, but there's so many different combos that you can just run. Those just seem to be pretty common ones that kind of pop up every now and then, at least in practice.
I think that you personally won the pick ban for this particular game. What was your opinion on it?
Well, we won the game, so we won draft. That's basically how it goes, or at least it seems it always goes. I think that with what Clutch got, they could have played out what they had and been in a pretty good spot. They could change their picks around at the end, but the order they did everything, I think, was fine. I think ultimately it kind of comes down a little bit to how you play stuff out and how comfortable you feel. No one in NA is drafting like optimally. It's been a thing that kind of always happens, but I felt like we did okay. We got what we wanted, and as long as you get what you want, then the draft went as well as it could go. I don't know. It was fine. It was an okay draft. I was not angry or happy about the draft. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Opposed to that, were you happy with how the team actually executed the game and played it out based off your win goals and conditions and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I was really really happy. We've been spending most of the week talking about stuff where trying to give like more definite roles to what people need to be saying and like speaking up more, and like in practice you're saying all of this stuff, but on stage it's not popping up as much, and getting people to just throw in themselves more confidently with what they think should happen and have us play around that. And if it's wrong, it's wrong, and if it's right, then good, we're learning. So there's a lot of that today. A lot of it we're trying to get like Matt to feel more confident too, because like he's insanely good at understanding what to do in the game. Like a lot of people aren't going to realize that watching it and know what's happening, but he actually calls things really really well, and what he wants to do is generally on point, and it's something that's been kind of a struggle to get everyone to be on board with. Not really like a struggle, but to have that same confidence on stage that he has in scrims. And I think like today he was really confident about it, and he looked good, and the way he was talking was really good. And I think he's had those like few moments throughout the split, but today especially was really, really good by him, and it's great to see. He's still a young player. Last year with like double 10th place, it's kind of hard to grow when you're sitting in last place, and you're losing. Like I know they were losing a lot of scrims last year, and they were losing a lot of games on stage too, and it's hard to grow in that environment. But this year he's been having a lot of growth, and it's been really great to watch. Like I think he's a really outstanding player.
What kind of advantages does it give you as a coach to have coached other players previously that you go up against in games like,
You kind of know what they're thinking and when they're not comfortable. Like knowing Tanner, we meme him a lot. When Galio's meta, I know Tanner's going to play Galio. When Syndra's meta, I know he's going to play Syndra. And if he's doing that, he's looking for something comfortable. That's not to say it's a bad thing. You just kind of know, like, okay, this guy plays these champs, and that's what he prefers.
Hey, thanks so much for watching that interview with me. Actually, that you might have noticed that wasn't me. I don't have that accent. But I am here at the Alienware Outpost in Austin. This is a streamer booth that is being used for a party later on. I can't tell you what it's happened, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, thanks so much to Alienware for bringing me out to South by Southwest. I hope you guys really enjoyed Fasffy's interviews throughout the course of this weekend. Maybe you can go hit her up. And again, shout out to Alienware because it's so cool that not only am I here, but also they helped support me being able to find somebody else who can, and cover this stuff and pay for the guy. It's great. You still get interviews even though I'm in Austin.